Good. What is it? You're unfamiliar with this as far as being in Buffalo, because when you arrived here, the Bills were 3-1 against the Patriots. How much does it surprise you that, this team struggled for years before you got here? And what do you think has been the difference, aside from maybe Brady being gone?
Yeah, I was about to say that. I feel like Brady was a huge part of those struggles, probably because, what he did at the quarterback position and just overall that team was, a force to be reckoned with. I feel like, probably a little bit of that, but also this team coming along as well. Like, I feel like they had some great players in the past, and they built the right thing over a course of time with Coach McDermott, what he has built over the past couple of years. Like, even before I got here, they had went to the playoffs, so it's not like they weren't already trending in the right direction. So for me, I would just say, just a steady consistency of pushing in that right direction. So yeah.
Fair. And just the added the new dimension, or I don't know if it's an emphasis on a running game that the Bills have placed over the past little while here, but how welcome has that been for the offense to know you can run the ball and run the ball effectively this late in the season, and maybe keep defensive coordinators guessing?
It's great timing, trying to play your best football towards the end of the season and being able to run the ball first, not having to force to throw the ball every chance you get or every opportunity, being able to just hand it off or, run with your quarterback, design runs, just like stuff like that. It takes a lot of pressure off your offense and off your receivers as well. I feel like we love it, but it kind of helps us, the run helps the pass and the pass helps the run. So I feel like it opens up some windows for us, opens up some doors for us, and it'll continue to grow if we continue to build off it.
Thanks so much, Steph. All the best to you on the weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Steph, I asked Josh a similar question, but I wanted to get your take on it as well, because you've played in several playoff games. What changes in the playoffs compared to the regular season?
When to go home, no need for any heightened anxiety. You get a little bit more anxious because you want to get out there. You want to prove it to yourself and to the people around you. For us, I feel like we went in with the right mindset. We had our ebbs and flows throughout the season, and it kind of built this team. We're a tight-knit group. Everybody here is pretty much close. Everybody's cool. So it's like we've been through the good and the bad. Coming out on the back end, trying to get hot late, and trending in the right direction. We did that. So now we got to take the next step and be consistent. We're really just trying to go 1-0. It sounds so cliche, especially during the season when everybody say go 1-0. But at this point, going 1-0 is everything.
Dion mentioned it after the game the other day. He said that he feels like this team is better equipped to maybe face some playoff adversity now than they were last year, because there have been a lot more ups and downs now than there were last year. Do you agree with that sentiment?
100%. Last year, damn near we had smooth sailing. Like we barely lost. We barely had off slow days. We barely, things weren't off cue. But I feel like this team built a little bit more character this year. Like our first time hitting that roadblock was damn near. It was that last year. We played Tennessee and then we played KC. Other than that, this year we've had we took our lumps. Like you got to take your lumps like a man. You can't. You take your L's good. You got to take your wins good. So I feel like this team does have a lot more character, and we know what we got to do to win, and we know the stuff that we shouldn't be doing in game to cost us.
Thank you, Steph. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Steph Finesse.
What's up, big dog? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I see you all nice and warm with that big hoodie right there.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to. It's like 9 degrees outside.
Yeah, I know Minnesota kind of like prepped you a little bit for that. I got a little Scully for you too, man.
I see you. I might gotta give you one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you in the whole receiver crew there. But here to talk about today, Good Morning Football nominated you and Josh as this week's Angry Run, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Definitely for Josh. I feel like every run Josh has is an angry run because he's so big and he's so hard to get down. I wouldn't want to tackle Josh. I told him I could tackle him in the game, but I don't know how much luck I have. I probably just try to chop him down. But it's a blessing to be nominated. You know what I'm saying? I'm a receiver, so you don't get too many angry runs out of us.
Hey man, that was one hell of a stiff arm, man. Stop being honest.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, but anyway, big dog, today marks the 5th year anniversary of Mr. and Mr. Pegula hiring Coach McDermott as the 20th head coach in Bills history. What has Coach McDermott meant to you since you've been here?
He's been a leader. He's definitely been a leader. He's definitely been the guy that he's been consistent in his approach as far as like how he approaches the game. And I feel like he's not your usual. I don't want to say players coach, but he's a guy that he's by the book, but tries to understand guys. He tries to put everybody in the right mindset of like, this is what we're trying to do. This is how we're going to get it done, and finding ways to work around it to get it done. I said it was a million ways to skin a cat or something like that. I feel like he finds those ways and finds what works. It kind of makes for a great team, especially a tight knit group like us. He's navigated it the best way I've ever seen.
Absolutely, man. And then, last but not least, you got Kodak moment last year in the AFC Championship. Coach had to come back out there and get you. So what was, I don't want to really get in what he told you, but what has that, reminded you of going into this postseason?
Throughout the season, we was just trying to get an opportunity, and we fought hard, long last year just to have that opportunity just to get to that spot. A series of unfortunate events. Of course, we didn't win, but as a coach, and as our leader, he had my back. He supported me even when I was down and when things were good. So he said, "We'll be back and we'll be fine." Now we just got our first opportunity to take that step in the right direction, and we're trying to go 1-0. So I'm keeping it in the back of my mind, but I'm real thankful that we just got this opportunity to get back. Back in the party at least.
Absolutely, man. Hey, congrats, champ. Good luck this week.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, Steph, good to see you. How you doing?
What's up, bro?
Tyler Bass only missed 4 field goals, and he made every PAT in the regular season. What makes him such a clutch kicker?
Probably because he got some swag. Like you see kickers, there's only a couple quick kickers in the league with some swag. I think he plays like that because he got some swag, and he gonna let you know sometimes he got his eye black on. Sometimes he got his thing together. I feel like he played with a lot of juice. I got my little handshake with him too, so I'm always pulling for T-Bag.
What does it say about him that he's been so consistent, even with all the wild weather that you guys have played through?
Say he's damn good. It's hard to kick in Buffalo. Ask any of the kickers, and I even asked them, damn, why people don't like kicking here? They're like, it's hard. And I feel like he's put a lot of time into his craft, like as far as like going on the field, kicking when it's windy, trying to size up or do whatever you got to do to be a good kicker. So his approach has been a blessing to see as well since I've been here. He's been a baller, so I'm behind him. I love me some T-Bag. Go T-Bag.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for your time.
No doubt.
Hey, Steph, Heather Prusak here. Good to see you.
How you doing,
after the game, Josh joked about your bonus money for reaching 100 catches. He said, "What bonus money?" But then talked about anytime that I've got a guy in that situation, I might try to give him an extra second, try to get him the ball a little bit more. What does that mean to you when he says things like that?
It's appreciated. He actually said something to me. Actually, Gabe Davis was the first person to say it. Then Gabe said it to Josh. And then Josh said it to me. So it's like when I say we're a tight knit group, it's really a tight knit group. I'm saying like those really are my brothers, and I'm uber appreciative of having a guy like that, having a quarterback like everybody isn't blessed to be in that situation or blessed to even have a quarterback that'll at least consider it or think about it. So for me, I'm thankful, and it was something that I didn't go in saying I gotta get it. He was pushing that for me, so I was just like, it's damn like a breath of fresh air to have a guy that not only cares about you, but he really cares about
you. Thanks, Steph. Appreciate it.
No doubt. Thank you.
Hey, Steph, it's cold now. It's probably going to be about the same temperature Saturday night. What are the challenges from a receiver standpoint in playing and trying to perform in those conditions?
It just be so cold, bro. Like my fingers get cold, toes get cold, but I feel like they do a great job. Our training staff does a great job as far as like the heels on the sideline, the coach. Like as soon as you come off, like you need a coat. I'm like, he's like, nah, get away from me. But they always there for me, so I feel like I'll be fine. But this doesn't compare nothing to the Minnesota cold. So I don't really be complaining too much. Minnesota was really cold, like -21 on a regular basis. So I'm not too much of a complainer. And I played in one of the coldest games in history, like when we played in the playoffs for Seattle at Minnesota Gopher Stadium. It was like negative something. So this ain't nothing. I'll be all right.
Now, Josh obviously has a cannon, and
he
what about
throws the ball super hard.
Right. So I understand it's you want it, the zip on it, but when it's coming, there's
I tell him take something off it. Actually, I'll be like, look, the ball, I dropped the touchdown the other week in Atlanta. He was zipping that ball. I was like, look, give me a little easy one. Like, he just got a strong arm. He can't help it. So I make fun of him all the time. Like, you don't even throw the ball that hard. And then next thing you know, I drop for it in the end zone. I was like this. Yeah, just give me a little floater next time. But
I mean, does it hurt? Does it legit hurt at times?
Nah, it don't hurt, especially not in the game. But it's like it depends. Like in practice, when we go shells and he'll throw it and you catch it with your body, that hurts. Because that ain't no easy ball. You know what I'm saying? So you better off catching it with your hand. But maybe it actually creates better habits for you rather than catching it with your body when you gotta catch it with your hands. So I'm thankful, but yeah.
Then quickly, just in general, like when it's this cold, Josh mentioned like it hurts more when you get hit. It hurts more when you're getting off the ground. Do you almost even more so want to get that out of the way early in the game as opposed to maybe traditionally?
Nah, I don't be never trying to get tackled for real. Hot, cold, it don't matter. Like I be doing my best to try to stay off that ground, especially get hit a bunch of times. Like I know I'm like 6'2", 220, but like I can't really take too many big hits.
I'm 6'2", 222. So there you go. I don't like getting hit either. So I appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
Hey, Steph, it's Jay with the Buffalo News. What's it mean for you? You set an NFL record. You've got the most catches over 2 years with a new team. What's it mean for you to hold that record?
I mean, I feel like it's a blessing. I feel like I'm blessed to be in the position I am. I'm thankful for God and everybody involved, my coaches, my quarterback, I'm saying everybody, my other receivers that helped me get open as well. So it's not just a one-man award. I'm breaking the record is always cool, but I was always aiming for something more. I'm saying the accolades along the way is always going to be fun, but just trying to continue to push, continue to get better, and hopefully break some more records. I'm all for it.
Yeah, you spoke earlier about your relationship with Josh and your appreciation for him, and that seems to come through. That chemistry that you guys seem to have both on and off the field. I mean, when you go to a new team, you never truly know how it's going to go, right? As a receiver with a quarterback, to find what you've seemed to find with Josh, again, both on and off the field, how big is that chemistry been for both of you in terms of your on-field success?
I think I played with like 4 or 5 quarterbacks, so I've had an experience of just like, building new relationships and running routes for multiple guys, like different ways, doing it their way, and just like, adjusting, getting to know guys. Because the more you kind of get to know guys off the field, like the better you'll play on the field, in my opinion. And you trust a guy, like that kind of thing. So as far as like building that relationship off the field is, it's imperative to any situation, especially that receiver quarterback. I've had a multitude of quarterbacks, so it's like this. All right, how do I approach this situation, especially when I was here, when I first got here? No other than I did before, but it was like a fresh start. And you never know what's going to happen. Like you say, like you never know. Sometimes it goes extremely well, sometimes it doesn't. I'm pretty sure there's more people that didn't want it to go well than it to go well. So for it to see it come out on the back end and be like, yeah, things are good. It was meant to happen that way, and I was meant to come across it.
Awesome. Appreciate your time.
What else?
That's all for today. Thanks, Steph.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.